Warm greetings everyone. This is Sangeetha, working as an assistant professor in Department of Management Studies, Bishop Heber College. Today in Human Resource Management, we are going to learn about human resource planning. Yes, this definition was given by E.W. Vetter, a process by which an organization should move from its current manpower position to its desired manpower position. This definition was given by E.W. Vetter. In human resource planning, we are estimating the current manpower position of the organization and forecasting the future manpower requirement of the organization. So, forecasting, prediction, those words and all you might have learned in sales, marketing, market analysis, economics and all those things. Today in human resource management, human resource planning, we are using this term forecasting to predict the future manpower requirement of the organization. We are analyzing the current manpower position. Say for example, if I am producing 20,000 units per year in my organization as producing or say I am selling. So, I am having 400 employee as my manpower strength. I am planning to produce more number of units, 25,000, say for example 25,000 in the upcoming year. So, I need more number of employees. So, planning the number of employees in the organization, estimating the current manpower and forecasting the future manpower. So, that is what human resource planning. We are going to see about the objectives of human resource planning to meet the need of expansion and diversification. Suppose I am going to modify something, I am going to extend or diversification of products and extend my business. So, to meet that need, we need a more number of human resources in my organization. So, to meet that need, I need more number of employees to work in my organization. So, this is one of the main objectives of human resource management, and the next one is to recruit and retain human resources. As all you know, recruitment is one of the important essential part in human resource management. So, to recruit new employees and to maintain the already working existed employees. So, this is also one of the objectives of human resource planning. The next one is to foresee impact of environmental issues. See, if I am doing my business based on the seasonal products, means I am doing my business based on like rainy season products I am selling, means to the particular season I have more demand to my product. So, that what can I do? So, means I can recruit more number of employees on contract basis to that particular demanded time. Pass. Yes, we can recruit more number of employees on contract basis for the particular period. Yes, the next objectives of human resource planning is excess, surplus and shortages. As we are estimating the manpower, we came to know whether we have excess of manpower, we will try to reduce the manpower position. If it is shortage of manpower, we are planning to recruit new employees. This is about accessing of shortage and surplus of manpower. The next objective is to maintain the optimum level and structure of the organization and to make the best use of human resources, utilizing the resources of the human working in the organization and estimating the manpower cost. Here are some techniques we are going to use, usually we are using in human resource planning. We are going to see that one by one. The first technique is regression analysis. This is about studying the past ratio, that is sales volume and number of workers involved, forecasting the future ratios, making some allowances for changes in organization and its methods. It is a statistically sophisticated method. By observing the regression line, one can find out the number of employees required at each stage of the sales. I can show you, pass. Yeah, I can show you by drawing the regression line. See, this is y axis and this is x axis. I am drawing it here. See, sales in unit. Here number of employees in y axis. I hope you understand, this is number of employees and this is y and this is x. Here to produce 2000 units you need 50 number of employees. For producing 2500 units or selling 2500 units you need 100. For 150 employees we are producing 3000 units. So, by this we can draw a regression line like this. So, by this we can calculate from 2000 to 2500, by increasing 500 units we need more number of employees like 50 to 100. This is how we are calculating by this regression method. Okay. Next we are moving to some other technique. Pass. So, the next technique for human resource planning is work study technique. So, here for example, I have given you one calculation. So, we have planned to give more number of output for the next year, that is 20,000 unit. Say for example, this year I am producing or planning, this year I am producing or selling 10,000 unit, next year I am planning for 20,000 unit, means the standard hours to produce per unit is 5,000. Yes. So, the planned hours for the year is 1 lakh. How we have calculated this planned hour means, we are calculating the total number of units into the time taken for per unit. So, 20,000 into 5 equal to 1 lakh units we are planning for the next year. So, productive hours per man, that is per labor per year is 2000. So, the number of direct workers required is, we can calculate from this. By having a simple calculation of the planned hours for the next year is 1 lakh. So, per man per year is 2000. So, by dividing these you will get 50 number of direct worker is required for the upcoming year. This is for your understanding. Okay. Shall we move to the next slide? Yes. So, next, after completing the human resource planning, the next step in human resource management. So, after estimating the current manpower, forecasting the future manpower, the next step is recruitment. So, what they will do, they will announce the vacancies through various medias, through press, advertisement, newspaper, magazines. They used to advertise the vacancies available in the organization. So, the next step is to recruitment. So, in recruitment, it is a process by which the organization is stimulating or motivating the employee to apply for the job in the organization. That is what here Edwin Flippo has given in his definition. Recruitment is a process of searching for the prospective employees and stimulating and encouraging them to apply for the job in an organization. This is about recruitment. And moving to the various sources of recruitment, under various sources of recruitment we are having two types of sources, that is internal and external sources of recruitment. First we see what are the internal sources of recruitment and then external sources of recruitment. First, in internal sources there are transfer, promotion, upgrading, demotions, retired employees, retrenched employees, dependents and relatives of deceased employees. We will see one by one. As all you know, what is transfer? Transferring of employee from one place to another place, from one branch to another branch. Yes. Of course, promotion is going to the next level. Say for example, an assistant manager can be promoted as a manager in organization, by that they are filling the vacancy. Yes. Next is upgrading, learning of new things, learning new software, writing of examination and going to the next level is also upgrading. By that upgrading, the employee is getting benefited financially from the organization. And then next is demotion. This is just opposite to promotion. It might be happen for the punishment or something, they are going one step downwards as demotion. And then next we are moving to retired employees, hiring and recruiting of retired employees again to the organization to work in an to work as a senior executive or for some designation. Again we are hiring the retired employee into the organization, is one of the internal sources of recruitment. And finally, dependents and relatives of deceased employee. Suppose if any one employee is died at the time of working, that means the organization will offer employment opportunity to the relatives or dependent of the died employee. That is what here in the last one of the internal sources. So these are the internal sources of recruitment. Moving to the next external sources of recruitment. First one is press advertisement. As all you know, if vacancies arises abdina, they are going through the external sources like press advertisement, giving advertisement in various medias through newspaper, magazines, all those things. So giving advertisements and recruiting people to the organization is one of the external source. And then educational institutes. As all you know, in our college itself we are having training and placement division. Many reputed organization is coming and hiring students from our colleges to work as an employee in the organization. As like that, the organization will go to educational institute to recruit or hire students to work as an employee in their organizations. And then placement agency or outsourcing, the organization will approach the external placement agency or outsourcing. They will be holding the details of the candidates so that they can approach the external agencies by outsourcing. They can get the details of the candidates and they can call them for the interview. So this is a paid option for the organization. And then moving to employment exchanges, this was run by our state government. In every state they are having employment exchanges. We all used to register our details and qualifications in the employment exchange. Based on the criteria of seniority, we used to get job from the employment exchanges. Yes, next one is labor contractors. The contractors will be holding the details about the laborers. Say for example, if in construction field, if they are need of more number of employees for a particular period of time, means they can approach a contractor. They will be sending laborers to the work. So that is what labor contractors. And moving to the next one, unsolicited applicants. This is refers to like the organization will not announce any vacancies, but you wish to work in a particular organization, means you can go and visit the organization, you can meet the HR, you can give your resume by meeting the HR. If any vacancy arises, means they will call you. So that is what unsolicited applicants. You are giving your resume voluntarily, you are going to the organization because you want to work in that particular organization. Yes, that is what unsolicited applicants. And moving to the employee referral. This is given by the already working existed employee will give reference to the new candidate, so that the management or organization can recruit a new employee through the already existing employee by the referral method. That is what employee referral. And finally, recruitment at the factory gate. This is also like unsolicited applicants giving application at the gate of the factory to the security. He will collect and hand it over to the manager, and they will have an application bank with them. When vacancy arises, they will use those applications to call the candidates. So this is about the recruitment at factory gate. So these are all the internal and external sources of recruitment. Yes, I hope today you have understood all those things which we have learned in human resource planning and recruitment. Thank you everyone.